I read a post on a social platform where someone asked that how do you deal with multiple passions? When you are interested in different things, you feel joy and motivation in doing art, but you also feel happier in reading, writing, content creating, or something entirely different. We often find ourselves pulled in more than one direction, like maybe you love comic art, but at the same time, you are also passionate about soccer or something totally different and even complex. And the thing is, you genuinely care about both and you don't want to pick one and leave the other one because both matter to you. But then you also know you can't do everything at once. You cannot focus on many things at once, and that is completely true. These doubts, they are not sign of weakness, they are sign of awareness. They show that you are being honest with yourself. You are trying to be accountable for your time and your actions. It does not mean that you are lazy or lost. It means you are just unorganized. You just don't have a proper system for navigating multiple passions. You have probably said yourself that I should just pick one thing and give it my full focus, give it my full energy until I master it. But what about that other passion, the one that also matters to you? Should you just forget about it? Should you let it go, suppress it, ignore it forever? The answer is no. You don't have to leave it behind, you don't have to suppress it. But the question is not about yes or no. The real question is, how can you pursue your other passion without it interfering with the first? Because if you look around, you will notice that there are people doing exactly like that, pursuing more than one thing, and they are very well at them. They are not just superhumans, they are people like me, like you. So that means you can also do it. You can be someone called a polymath. A polymath is someone who becomes good at more than one subject, someone who learns deeply and use that knowledge to branch into new things and innovate. One of the famous epitome of polymath is Leonardo da Vinci. He just did not do the different things, he did them well. One of the famous epitome of polymath is Leonardo da Vinci. He just did not do different things, but he did them well. But here is the key. You don't have to master everything not at once. Master a few, then use what you have learned to build the momentum for others. It's not about learning more, it's about learning better. Learning in a way that is transferable so you can apply your learning techniques to your next passion. The first step is be more specific, and most people fail at this. Their goals are too broad, too vague. For example, saying I want to be a soccer player, that is too wide, that takes years. So reframe it like this: in the next 3 months, I will complete my basic training of soccer and make myself confident on the soccer field. That is achievable, it is measurable, it is realistic in short amount of time. And most importantly, it builds momentum. Small wins create confidence, and confidence creates motivation. And motivation makes you to stay, makes you to stick to the plan. So be specific with your goals, especially with your passions. Ask yourself, what do I really want? What am I curious about? What value do I expect to get from this? Write down with a pen on a real paper, because when you write with effort, you remember better. You take it more seriously. The next step is find intersections. It means you have to find something that connects your both passions or multiple passions. The next step is find intersections. It means you have to find something that connects your two or multiple passions. If you find something, that is good. If you don't find any connection, you have to create one. So how do you create that connection? Say you want to be a soccer player and you also want to be a good writer. So what's the link between these two? How can you create a link between them? Start writing about your training, start writing about your time on the field, your improvements, your struggles, or even soccer history and analysis about matches. Now you're combining two passions. You are journaling through your experience as a soccer player. You are not choosing between them, but you are making them work together. And that is not just limited to two things. You can also do this with your multiple interests. Even if they seem unrelated at first, you have to find that connection or you have to create that connection. It just takes some thought, some creativity, some time to find that connection or create that connection. This is not something that you just have to apply. It is a generalized framework, a starting point. You just don't have to copy this thing and apply to your goals. You have to improvise it on your goals, on your needs, on your interests and passions. But the core idea remains same. You can pursue your multiple passions, but you just have to manage them better. You just have to make them work together, fuel each other. So if you have multiple passions or multiple interests, you don't have to give up on them for one. You have to organize them. You just don't have to pursue them blindly. You just have to make them more specific, more realistic, more achievable, and more measurable in short amount of time. And the second step is you have to find the intersection between those. You have to find those connection which aligns them. If you can't find any, you have to create them. Little bit of effort of your mind, little bit of brainstorming.